Who is going to win more games, the New York Jets or the New York Giants? Well, first, let me ask, please subscribe to the channel, especially if you like the content. Well, if you don't, I guess you won't subscribe. But if you do, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit the like button as well. Anyway, every year, especially for the last few years, or maybe every year, New Yorkers, Giant fans and Jet fans will debate on who's better, who's worse. And in the last bunch of years, neither team has much bragging rights of how good they are. But it seems like both teams are rebuilding right at the same time. Now, I'm going to go out and say, and I'm trying to be unbiased, but here's why I say the Jets will be the better team coming into this season and why the Jets are in better shape than the Giants. I think the Giants have done a good job with specialty positions. I think they have a lot of talented guys. I think they finally addressed their offensive line the last couple of years, which is really important. I think they've done a good job for that. I think they're adding some key weapons. They added some good players in this year's draft. My issue with them, as opposed to the Jets, is starting at quarterback. I think that even though Zach Wilson is still a bit of a question mark, he's in year 2. So we're in year 2 and investing our time and efforts in seeing if Zach Wilson is going to be the guy. While Daniel Jones is going into year 4. So there's a lot more at risk for them because the Giants might have to be considering who is going to be their future quarterback, if it doesn't hit for them this season. If Daniel Jones isn't performing, he's running out of excuses. They've certainly put a lot of weapons around him. Now they've added even more offensive line power to protect him. At what point does it become they need to now have the problem of quarterback? Whereas we're looking really good right now. Zach Wilson came back from his injury in the midseason and went from a few touchdowns and a lot of interceptions to about 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He was a lot better, a lot more improved. And every time they gave him any kind of blocking at all, he performed very well. So I think just in that key area, when you talk about who's better right now, who's in better position right now, I think the quarterback just is such a big determinant of that. So the Jets are just further along right now because the Giants still have to figure out if they have their guy. They're also adding on and, trying to place together a team where you kind of feel the Jets are building a very strong roster deep in every space. It's the Giants are just almost trying to make up for Gettleman and what he's done to that team for the first few years. So it feels like they could be going in the right direction. It just feels that they might be a year to maybe just a year behind us in that development, maybe 2 years if they're not able to get their quarterback right away. Although next year it's a good draft for quarterbacks. So if the Giants need a quarterback and Daniel Jones is a bust and they lose a lot of games, they'll be in a position to grab a quarterback and get back on track. But I still think that puts them a year behind us, especially because I believe Zach Wilson's going to take a big step, a big leap from last year. And he's going to, in the end up being the long-term answer at quarterback for the Jets. So I would say the New York Jets are the better team right now. Does that mean they're going to be the better team in 3 to 5 years? I believe they will, because I believe in Joe Douglas and I believe in what this team is doing. And I believe they're going to be very special, but I can only say I believe, in just that faith that I have in our team. I think that's going to be must be proven. But I think certainly for this year, you're going to see us be the better team in New York. Hopefully that will translate to at least 8 wins at a minimum, up to 11 wins. Wouldn't that be great if we were in the hunt in December? And then I think, honestly, in a few years, I think football's going to be overall for New Jersey, I'll say it too, and New York. I think football is going to be a lot more exciting in 3 years on both sides. I think both teams are on the right track. I just think the Jets are ahead of the race right now because of the quarterback position. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. If you're a Giants fan and you're pissed off, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Just being honest and giving my views.